What's up, Trophy Hunter? Welcome to my trophy and achievement guide for Prison Alone. Once I saw this first time, I thought it's another simulation game, but it's basically a horror game. The game is also crossbuy and can be completed within 1 to 1.5 hours. You need 2.5 playthroughs to get all the trophies and achievements. Unfortunately, I can't show you a full walkthrough because there is a lot of RNG with the collectibles. But fortunately they are easy and nothing is really missable because there is chapter select. There's also a speedrun trophy. You need to complete the game in less than 30 minutes. So first we will start with the speedrun trophy. For this I will show you a full step-by-step walkthrough. So guys, start the game and immediately turn around and leave your cell. After that, go right and pick up the flashlight. Now leave the cell and another cell opened. Now pick up the key. Now go to the end of this area and open the cell door. So the first thing we need to do is now we need to find a code. The code is always random and the location is also random. So open the door and immediately go upstairs. Usually the code can always be found on some small, let's say dining tables. There is one upstairs and 3 are at the bottom. But we will start with the one which is upstairs. So this one is it here. Usually it can be right here. If not, keep going this way and go downstairs. From here immediately go right through the double doors. There are another 2 tables. And as you can see, the code is right here. Click on the note and you get the code. There's also another table right here. So now we have to go to the other side. Now enter your code here and go through the door. On the right you need to solve a puzzle. The solution is also random, but it's simple. You need to switch the buttons in the correct order. So once done, we can leave the room. Now go all the way to the other side. Well, usually if we go for the collectibles, now we have to search through all the open cells, which is a bit of a pain, especially in this location. So keep going through the double doors, now through the cell door. From here go left and later right through another cell door. Now left again, and now the game autosaves and you can't go back. So from here enter the control room to your right. Now you have to solve another RNG puzzle. Switch the button in the correct order. So next we need to find a key. For this you have to go all the way up. Now the key is RNG, so check all the open cells. So here it is. Pick up the key and go downstairs. Now go one more time down and then go through the double doors behind you. So now go right through the cell door and through the door right in front of you, which will bring us to the next section of the game. So from here we need to find another node with a code. Of course the node is random, but I show you now some places where you can find it. First, there is a chance that you can find the node in this room, left in the lockers. Here we go, I got lucky, it's right here. But of course I will show you now also some other locations where it's possible to find the node. From here go left, left again, and now right. Well, it's also possible that the node is right here. However, it's basically easy to find because the level right here is not really big. So once you have the code, go to the door with the number panel. Enter your code here and go through the door. So in this room there is another switch puzzle. Solve it. And in this room there is also another key. The place is random, but the key is definitely in this room. So before you leave the room, be sure that you pick up the key. So, once you have the key, leave the room and go through the door to your left. Now go straight and through the door left again. After triggering a small cutscene, go through the door to your right. Now all the way downstairs. Now through the next door. Now go through the cell door and left. And now keep going straight. So in this section of the game we need to find another key. Fortunately the room is very small. Well, most of the time the key was right here. But like I said before, it's RNG, so check all the desks and tables. So once you found the key, enter the control room. Now go right upstairs. And from here go left. Now solve another random switch puzzle. And after that we need to find another node with a code. So the code can be anywhere. Usually it can be right here on this chair. It can also be here. If the node is not here, it can also be in the previous room. In my case the code was right here, so interact with it and you get the code. Now go downstairs. Now from here on the far right, go through the door. Keep going straight. Now interact with the number panel to your right, enter your code. So this is the last chapter. To get through the exit, we need to visit some specific rooms. So first go right here. If you enter the room will be covered into blood. And you will also hear a sound effect. Now go through the next door. Now we will trigger another sound. And now we have to go to the opposite side. So go through the door right here. Now go through the next door. And here we are, this was the last trigger. Now go back to the middle room and leave the prison. As you can see, it took me roughly 12 minutes, so there is definitely a lot of space for errors to get through the game within 30 minutes. So after speedrunning through the game, we need to unlock the secret ending, which is relatively short. So start in the D block, same as in the previous run, get the flashlight and the key and get the node to open the control room to open all the cells. So some more edit here. Once you have opened the control room and opened all the cell doors, leave the control room and go all the way to the other side. Now don't go through the double doors, instead go right. Now there will be some red light. Now go right again and left through this opening. Now go straight and through the door. Now go through the next door to unlock the secret ending. And now guys, you need to do another playthrough and you need to collect all the collectibles. There are also 2 miscellaneous trophies, but you should unlock them naturally just by looking for the collectibles. As you can see in this playthrough, right in front of me there was a collectible. Usually there is no collectible. So what you have to do now is basically you have to follow the previous steps. Get the flashlight, get the keys and open all the cell doors in each chapter. But now don't rush through the cells, you have to visit each single cell to look out for a collectible. The good thing is you can always check your progress at the chapter selection and of course also in-game by pressing the option button and clicking on letters and documents. So to get all the collectibles you really need to check each cell and each room in the game. And I also recommend check the toilets because sometimes it's possible that a letter is inside the toilet. The good thing is whenever you pick up a collectible it's saved. So if you go through the chapter selection and you see you have missed one letter in chapter 3, you can immediately jump into chapter 3, pick up the collectible and it will be saved, so you don't have to start a new game. So you can always go back to the main menu, check your collectible progression in the chapter selection screen, and if you missed one you can directly jump to this chapter without starting a completely new playthrough. Basically most of those collectibles are pretty easy, the only annoying part is the first chapter, the D block. And for the miscellaneous trophies, well, like I said before, usually you should unlock them naturally by looking for the collectibles, but I will show you real quick where you can find them. In the first chapter, in cell 18, you can unlock the trophy Cute Dog. In the second chapter, go upstairs once and in the cell 27 pick up the poster to unlock the trophy Andy Was Here. And the next trophy can unlock in the same chapter, just go upstairs and enter the cell 57. Just enter the room and you will unlock the trophy How Did This Get Here. And that's it guys, going through the game on my first time it took me 1 hour and 15 minutes, but on my second run with a second account it only took me 44 minutes to get the platinum. But of course it depends a little bit on your luck with the collectibles. And that's it guys, I hope you found this video useful, thanks for the attention, see you in my next one.